Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to RiME. So up until this point, I've played this game just in one sitting, and I'm not opposed to games being relatively 5 to 8 hours worth of content. But now I've taken a break, so it'll be interesting to see if I feel any different about this game now, about 12 hours later. We've basically finished the second act in which we were fighting the pterodactyl. I changed the outfit back to the default outfit. It would have been nice at this point if we had unlocked a new outfit. I feel like we go through here and then we're going to maybe get into another dream sequence and be even in a third area. It's hard to tell, honestly, because I don't know what happened here. Like, I don't even kind of know where we are. Like, we were in this area before, but we don't have this lit. So we were at the lower section before. And now we're going up the higher section where we were dealing with the fox spirit before, and now we're getting symbols of the pterodactyl that was frankly getting hit by lightning by me, creating a big storm, and I was kind of upset about it. It seemed a little cruel, but by the time the pterodactyl had harassed me quite a bit, although if you think about it, there was an escalation of my actions, frankly, before the pterodactyl started attacking me. Well, it was kind of swooping down at us, but it got more aggressive as I got more aggressive, so I certainly didn't, as the main character, de-escalate the situation. And those were red flames, and now we're back to the green flames. Like, I'm still not sure if this tower is a different world, a different time of the tower we saw in the original first act, or if possibly we were just on the other side of the same tower, but then the dream sequence makes that questionable. Now we should be going the other direction with the tower, and we have what looks like either green popping in as far as vines, or a black goo. Like, there's still a decent amount of screen tearing. Screen tearing happens when a monitor can't handle the frame rates in time, so it's pushing out too few frames or too many frames. I think it's too many frames. This is weird. The camera's kind of taking control, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing. And we're walking through an area which is definitely shifting the feel from being an Egyptian style desert area to now a green area, which was kind of the first section of the game. I don't know how this doesn't end up with the game feeling like it has 2 acts, when every game should have at least 3 acts, in my opinion. And now we're walking in water a little bit, and we're getting a cutscene. So we're gonna get another dream sequence. I guess they may have needed some loading. That's a different outfit, at least without the cape. And we are on the boat in the desert at the top. This is where we were trying to collect it. This was the snow area, and then it starts raining. It's funny to be in a cutscene with graphics that look really cool, but have it have control. We haven't seen these guys in a while. They've been completely missing in the second act. So yeah, I think the story seems kind of obvious. Where the prince, the king, and the prince were on the boat going somewhere. The boat ran into a storm. The prince died, and we're now we're alive, washed up to a magical island, or dead on a magical island. And then we have a long loading section. And look here, we've woken up on another pyramid with a different area. These sharp jumps are clear examples of the game not being finished. You wouldn't have that happen like that. See, if our character is a ghost, like, it totally makes sense that things would break like a ghost when he yells. That's what ghosts do, is they have these magical abilities. So it seems like we can go in several different directions. And maybe some of these just curve around. Or maybe we just went in a full loop. Wait a minute. Like, that didn't seem right at all. We are here. Let's go. There's definitely some... Let's go through here and see where this is going to end up putting us. See, this should put us in the other room, and it doesn't. This is taking us in different places all over the place. So this whole section has hallways designed to just to go in circles and confuse us. And again, if I was gonna try and every single thing, I don't think that would help. Alright, this took us somewhere different. And here we're hearing a lullaby playing. I may have gone the wrong direction, or this may have just been a case of the game was going to take me here regardless. There we have a king's throne. See, I kind of wonder, in this instance, yeah, if we've just kind of locked into a weird thing. Yeah. Here's another keyhole. But the world is shifting around. So yeah, we kind of already knew these were gravestones. So the door we came in was on the right. We'll see now that it's not on the right. And We have to go this way. I don't think I probably missed anything. If I did, I'm still not... I really don't think I'd want to go through this a second time trying to find everything, because it's a little too easy to miss everything. Walking in the water for another throne. I noticed in the boat cutscene, he also, the character we're playing as, the prince, seemed rather small compared to the size of the oars and such. So I'm suspecting that's just another indication that he is supposed to be really young. Although, frankly, he's a little out of scale, even as being depicted as young. And I guess we have nothing we can do other than swim this way or try to get this to fill up. Yeah, and if it filled up, I guess it would make the water grow. So it's just, yeah, it's just a straight up swim this direction. Just gonna give it the college try and make sure I do some due diligence for collectibles. Although frankly, I don't think underwater there's too much you could even have. There could just be a secret area, and that's pretty much it. Still not sure if we're in the tower or the same tower, if there's multiple towers. We do feel like we might now be in a third area, but a kind of dark underground area is kind of a problem. And it doesn't seem like I can have the glowing gems, so they're not going to get any brighter. Might as well just go downward. I guess the irony is that there's enough swimming in this game to assume that the character in what I assume was his real life could swim. If not, then I guess the joke would be that if only he could have swam in his real life, he wouldn't have probably drowned when being flown overboard. But that's not even an accurate thing. Like, if you get thrown overboard, you're going to eventually just exhaust yourself and drown, even if you are a experienced swimmer. So, particularly if you're in the middle of a storm, in the middle of an ocean. I see a light here, but I don't really see what I'm supposed to be doing. And this game does seem to have that tendency to want to do things like that, where it gets darker, making it harder to see, which, if I'm looking where I'm supposed to be going, then making it harder to see because I'm running out of oxygen doesn't help things. That was particularly an area that was not well breadcrumbed. And we've run into a couple of instances like that, but honestly, it's probably pretty forgivable knowing that there really can't be that much more game, unless I'm just completely wrong, unless they came in and patched in twice or 3 times as much content. I would say this game even somewhat manages to avoid making swimming levels and underwater levels a nightmare, which that happens a lot. So we've got some more ghost people. I was wondering if they were going to make a comeback. But I guess the first thing to do is we kind of know we're never going to die. So like, we've got the ghost people, and they are just blocking our way and looking at us. So we'll have to use the sun to get rid of them. I don't know if I really call them antagonists or really, but they do seem like they're in the way. Honestly, a lot of this actions seem to make me the antagonist. Like, one kid against the world. Now we're using a different kind of orb that looks more like a crystal that's been cut to magnify light from the quartz hanging in the ceiling. Yeah, we'll just go in full circle. The game breadcrumbed that platform pretty well by having a ray of light on it. And so now we're back to statue people that honestly they don't feel like... Oh wait. That's different. I did say that the thing that would change things on me is if these guys started attacking me, and it seems kind of obvious that that's the case. Is the humans in some kind of global disaster have turned into these black piles, and they are attacking me, and they get corrupted and turn into this. Interesting. So if we're to integrate that into the storyline, what my guess is, the queen died, some kind of curse fell on the kingdom, the king is boating with the prince to an area to try to find a solution to that curse. That'd be about my best guess. And then it gets caught in the storm, and then I get thrown off the edge and assumedly drown or end up on this island. But if I ended up on the island just randomly, then why is there so much on the island that seems to directly relate to me? Unless, of course, I'm just dreaming all of that up. So do I want to go upward or around? Like, we're in a interesting spot here. Do I want to go up? I think I probably am best to go up first. Yeah. Hey, I even hear the fox. There. So, that's the way it wants me to go. So let's just briefly ask the question, is there maybe a secondary area much lower? I think the answer is probably no. Because if I was going to go down lower in this area, I would need more air bubbles, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of air bubbles. Alright. There is a secret area. Like, I thought there might be a secret area. Another part of the lullaby. But seriously, am I nowhere in this game? I'd be very excited about that if this game just kept on going. Like, there kind of is no reason for me to be potentially upset that there might be more content. It does look like there might be even more lower. What this doesn't feel like, though, is that we're in a central tower area that's been flooded, or an area that we've been before. Right. Let me ask this. Is this a rock, or is that a hole? That's a rock. I'm not sure if there's anything else here. It may just be a case that they put a bunch down here just in case you got down here. No, there's an airplane or a fish or something. Some kind of creature. Is a fish-like creature that has... It's a shark. So a shark body with an oxygen in it, nothing in the base. But otherwise, I think we may be good. Right, so I'm gonna mostly start swimming up in circles, keeping an eye on the edges of the walls. This is no good. May drown. I hope that wouldn't send me like somewhere like where you're in a really bad position. I guess it doesn't matter though, because we had already collected that, so yeah, we're fine. We had already gotten a checkpoint. This game is super chill about dying. Of course, you could run into a scenario where you just couldn't find any oxygen for a very long time. And I doubt that there's any kind of secret thing within the first few meters of being on being near the surface. And then over here is not water that you dive in, so don't really have to worry too much about that. So we've got more of these ghosts that seem like they will attack you now, but they were afraid of you before, so maybe they saw what you did to the pterodactyl and they decided you to be unworthy. But a little fox guy seems to still be willing and happy to send us in different directions, which seem like the right directions, although for all we know he's been leading us to our doom from the word go. So, which way he wants me to go that way. There's no intact things. Really feels like there should be some health or rupees or money in there. This game still feels very much like a game that should have been a Zelda clone. There's another keyhole. It's weird that we didn't find any of these in the first act. So we have... one assumes the water isn't what poisoned them and turned them. If it was, then I guess perhaps I will be poisoned and turned. The game definitely is saving every time I do that, so feels like if there was an achievement for not doing that, I've long since missed it. If there's an achievement for doing all of them, I'm not sure I've got that either. I'm trying, but there could have been statues in any section of the gameplay that I just totally missed. Can we just wiggle our way over here? Yes, we can. Of course, the fox spirit seems a lot more capable of traversing collapsed caves than other people. This is weird. See, and I'm surprised that's not the texture that they used for climbing vines, because that's a much better texture than what they chose. And yet I can't climb those. And we've got another puzzle, which no surprise there. Ah, the blue orbs stop the black ghosts and scare them away, and so maybe that's why they started building all of this, all the towers with the blue orbs and stuff. Maybe there was a blue orb inside of each one of these. Maybe the fire. We really went in circles, didn't we? It's not like there's really any black ghosts down there, and it's not like they even have a pathfinding ability. So yeah. Oops. Didn't run fast enough. So we're late in the game to learn that yes, you can yell at these blue orbs. So maybe we get back to the area of Act 1 and it'll be in darkness. Yeah, this almost looks like it's guaranteeing that that's going to be the case. And if that's in darkness, then we can potentially maybe use these to fight and avoid the ghosts that would be around the area. Okay. And we need a we need what? We need something here in the moon, some new ability to block the light while also an ability to stand over here and activate that. Interesting. This is super dark. See, even the fox doesn't want to go that way. Well, it seems to me like this is the beginning of another section. So let's look at our extras. Toy wise, we didn't find any toys. Emblem wise, we didn't find anything, but we do have a lullaby, which this lullaby is going to be so incredibly long that unless you find all 6 pieces, you're not going to want to listen to it. One would hope that maybe that lullaby plays after the credits, as the credits roll, because that would be helpful to say the least. It does feel like there might be 2 gravestones in this picture, but I wouldn't take it as that. It seems like, yeah, it's pretty obvious the story that's happening here. Maybe the king has some special ability that gives you wind so you can sail away, or maybe this is a metaphorical, the king gave you strength to sail on your own picture. There's 4 more pictures there, keyholes, and then we did unlock more concept art, which feels like this concept art is being unlocked just by finishing an act and nothing else. This drawing here of the cloaked person, which I assume is the prince, is way older looking and sharper than what we ended up with. A teenage prince in this story probably wouldn't improve the story by much. But oddly, we still have quite a lot of gallery images, which makes me think that I'm just moving incredibly slowly, absorbing everything. We didn't get any emblems, so it'll be interesting to see just how many I've actually missed. I've clearly missed 2 here in the previous act, and maybe these are all, you get one of these at the end or in the tower area at the end of each separate act. So maybe I missed a whole section where there was supposed to be a bunch here, or maybe the section there was only 2 emblems in the area we've left or we're in right now. That could be it too. And the outfits seem to be particularly well hidden. Right now this section is also rather dark. That's kind of a problem. You might want to turn up the brightness while playing a section like this in any game, but it's not too bad. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.